Good evening. Welcome to Tewksbury Conservation Committee meeting. First item on the agenda, members, is the approvals of the minutes for March 20th and April 3rd, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for March 20th.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is A. This will be a continuance. Anybody here for the notice of intent of John Farrell's? I see. Yes, you are, sir? State your name for the record, please. And before you do it, hang on a second. John Farrell, BTOG Limited, 2131 Main Street, map 96, lot 53, DEP number 305-107. For the record, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Andy Street, Civil Design Consultants. We would like to request a continuance to the next meeting, if we may. I spoke to Stefania late today, so I came here to request that formally.
What is the request for?
May 1st. First.
Oh, first. So the applicant's requesting a continuance for May 1st. Make a motion, we move to May 1st.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, I'll go to see that. Yeah, I'll go to see. I can do them both.
Yeah.
Okay. We have two items on the agenda, item B and item E, looking for continuance. So at this time, board, we'll move on in case the applicants do come in, but if they don't, we'll move on to item C. Item C. Public hearing notice of the 10th Robert Richard Norton Energy, 1975 Main Street, map 84, lot 61, DEP 305-1075. For the record, sir.
For the record, I am Patrick McLaughlin, a civil engineer with MHF Design Consultants out of Salem, here representing Noria Energy. I was at the previous meeting. I just sat in the back silently. Maureen from Norse Environmental presented to you guys the first time around. So I am familiar with the conversations that took place at the last meeting. It was minor. We really just needed to address the town engineer's outstanding comment, which we did. That was a technical detail item, adding some cleanouts to be able to maintain the new underground infiltration system, which is to replace the existing on-site dry well. So we've done that. I believe we have sign off. I think at the time of the last meeting, we didn't even have a file number issued yet anyway, so we kind of might have been a little bit ahead, but I think we have that now, so that hopefully would allow us to have a vote tonight.
Thank you. Pat?
I'm Stefania.
Oh, stop, Stefania, I'm sorry. Thanks.
I have no concerns. It looks like everything was addressed from the town engineer, so.
Pat?
Good, I'm good.
Thank you.
I'm good.
No comments.
With that being said, so you're fine with the... So, with that being said, issue a notice of intent for the project 1975 Main Street.
Open the public.
Oh, yeah. This is a public hearing. Is anybody here for this public hearing, please? I see nobody stepping forward. Motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So be it. Motion is closed for the, so we'll Well, on yours, when is he gonna come back again? Was he all set for the letter? Is he good?
Looking for an order of conditions.
Yeah.
So you need to make a motion.
What, for the order of condition?
Yeah.
Make a motion for the orders of condition as noted by the applicant.
I'll make a motion to approve that notice of intent with the order of conditions
Good.
enclosed.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gonna go back to item B, for continuance of public hearing. The applicant requesting for May 1st. I'll make a motion, we continue to May 1st for item B for the applicant.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item D, request for termination, Vincent Cerrone, 44 Arlington Street, map 83, lot 135. Step forward, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. Sorry, losing my voice a little bit.
Thank you.
So, anyways, everybody see this okay? So he's tonight representing Mr. Cedrone. He lives at 44 Arlington Street. He has a home, and what he'd like to do is to construct about a 1,200 square foot garage at the back. The garage is going to be accessed by an 8-foot wide driveway. No pavement or anything. So the reason that we're here before you, there's an isolated wetland on the house next door over by the Hanscoms. Delineated it. So we're not here because of the Wetlands Protection Act, but we're here because of the bylaw regulations. So all of the activity that is going to be associated with this garage is about 74 feet from the wetland. The garage itself is going to be about 88.2 feet from the outside wetland. And there's going to be erosion control on the downhill side of any of the grading that he has to do. There's really not going to be a lot.
Excuse me, sir.
Go ahead.
Would you pick up the mic over there? Pick up the mic. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Hang on.
Speak right into it, please.
Can we hear?
Yeah, right into it, yeah. Hold it close to your mouth, yeah.
I feel like I want Star Search now. Okay, so Mr. Cedrone is planning on putting this addition in. He's requested a building permit. It came across a couple desks, and they said, you really need to go to conservation. I think Stefania's been to the site. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we touched base with Stefania, and she said, filing a request for termination of applicability would be prudent. So that's what we did. We ended up putting together a package for you. Pretty simple. Most of the activity is actually taking place right inside lawn area anyways. So unless you have any questions, that's pretty much it. Just a straight up addition in the back with a small access drive.
Do we have a DEP number?
I didn't, I got the green card. I did not get a chance to check it today to see if they'd issued one yet. But actually, no, DEP
No, you
wouldn't
don't need
issue
one.
one. It's only local, sorry.
Okay.
Just rang in my head.
You all set, sir?
Good.
I have no concerns, just as long as the erosion controls are up before construction.
We're planning on putting it in as soon as possible. We just want to make sure we're okay with it.
So, you're okay with it? Mm-hmm. Pat?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good.
Looks good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
One second. Let's see. I'll make a request for determination for the application for 44 Arlington. DEP
public
number
hearing.
is what?
There's no.
We're fine with that, just request, no public hearing. 1 second. This is a public hearing. Is there anybody here for the public hearing? Please. I see nobody stepping forward. Motion to close public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Request for termination for the project. So move,
Committee request for,
May 1st? Okay, come in. Anybody want to make a motion on this here?
I'll make a motion for a negative
Pat.
determination.
I'll second the negative determination.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
Item E is a requesting for a continuance to May 1st. Anybody, anybody,
I'll make a motion to continue to May 1st.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
That is 1420 Main Street, if anyone was here for that.
That's the only one that's here then. That's E. Okay, all right.
1420 Main Street.
Main Street.
Is that what you're here for? No. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, 1420 Andover Street. Okay, yes, they have, they're going to continue to May 1st because we didn't get the advertisement out in time in the newspaper. Okay? Yeah.
Okay. Item F is a public hearing, notice of intent. John Furth, AAC Realty, 1037 Knott Street, and 1547, 1553, 1563 Andover Street, map 39, lot 48, 4548, DEP number is pending.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the record, Andy Street, Civil Design Consultants, here on behalf of the applicant, ACC Realty LLC, to present this project. It's at the corner of Andover Street and North Street. There's actually 4 parcels, as was just referenced, that are being combined to facilitate this project. Currently, the site is about 1.6 acres in size, frontage on both North and Andover Street. The planning board process for this has begun, but as mentioned, there's no DEP file number. So we're certainly not seeking any action tonight, but wanted to bring this to the commission to start a dialogue about the resource areas and impacts that the project would have. There's a handful of parcels, a handful of structures on this site. Currently, the majority of the site is disturbed. There's an old auto body shop, some single-family homes, several curb cuts to access all of those structures, and a small pocket of wetlands located just off the property to the south here, with buffer zones extending onto the parcel, the 25-foot no disturb in the red line, 50-foot no build in the blue, I believe, and the 100-foot buffer zone extending onto the parcel here. The development consists of 20 townhouse-style units spread out over 4 structures. Each unit is 17 by 30 in size. The site will be accessed outside of the buffer zone on Andover Street, providing driveway access and parking to each of the units, as well as some guest spaces for use of the development. In regards to stormwater and meeting the DEP standards. The middle section, the driveway portion of this T-shape here, is proposed to be pervious pavement. The pavement will provide stormwater treatment, also help with peak flows. Peak flows are matched or reduced both to the street and to off-site areas. The site generally flows from the top corner down to the southeast corner. So through using that pervious pavement, we're able to capture and treat impervious surfaces. There's also outside of the buffer zone, there will be a subsurface infiltration facility there to capture runoff from this portion of the driveway, the entrance driveway here. There's no structures within the 50-foot no-build and no disturbance at all within the 25-foot no-disturb zone. We do have extensive landscaping provided throughout the site, and I believe that is the extent. There's no closed drainage system. It's really just the pervious pavement we're using to meet DEP and local thresholds here. So happy to answer any questions. As I said, we're here to start a dialogue, hear what the commission has to say, and then we'll undoubtedly be back, certainly because of no DEP file number, but also to address comments from DPW and this commission. Thank you.
Before we go, board members, I'm going to open up for public hearings. Anybody here for the public hearing? Yes, sir. Would you step up, please? No, right up in front. Is a microphone up there, sir? Up at the podium, sir.
Should I just take it?
Yeah.
That working? Okay. I'm Peter McNamara, Mr. Chairman. I'm Peter McNamara. I represent Kathy McNamara, who is the landowner of 1015 North Street, which is the property, which is a long property boundary with the subject parcel. I understand there's going to be no decision made tonight, so I'll be as brief as I can. We have concerns that we raised by letter to the planning board. One of those concerns was the lack of drainage presently along the property boundary line between my sister's property and the subject parcel. There is now standing water on both sides of the boundary.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can you show us on the map what you're talking about?
Sure.
We have an idea where you're coming from.
And as I understand it, these plans have been changed. The initial plan was for 6 buildings. Now it's been reduced to 4, but I believe the number of, thank you, the number of units remains the same. Concern is right here. This is from North Street going all the way down. That's the property boundary. There is along most of this property, at least on the 1015 North Street side, there is a very wet area along this fence. There's a fence that extends down here. There's wetlands to the point where it can't be mowed in the summertime, a few feet off the property boundary. Here, in this area right now, there is standing water that has been there since the fall, and it is not drained. So our concern is the drainage that's going to occur and the disturbances that will occur and how it will affect the drainage. Because right now, that property does not drain, and the whole above ground is saturated on both sides here, particularly further down. So we're concerned about that, and I realize the applicant is putting impervious pavement to try to help some of this. But if this ground is already saturated, I'm not sure if the pervious pavement is going to be of any use in terms of treating that groundwater and the storm runoff, because right now it just sits down here. And there is a stream. It has been flagged. I'm not sure if the commission has been there yet or not. But someone flagged the edge of wet down here. And so that's a main concern. An ancillary concern is adequate buffering along this whole line, because where the main entrance and exit is going to be, and the back of all these properties, when cars come in here, they're going to shine directly onto 1015 North Street and the home. So we're concerned that there is sufficient buffering to prevent the headlights from coming in, and the lights that are going to be here at night from having an issue with the property and being able to see them from 1015 North Street. But those are my concerns. I understand there's going to be no decision tonight, so that's the extent, but we'll probably be back, either myself or my sister, the next meeting.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Before we get into it, you want to address the concerns when he's talking about the area that, and I got one thing before you start, where he just pointed out the areas of the wetlands that are in there and the areas of the high water content. From Valor Point. I do know that you have 2 snow dump areas left to the last home and right to the said homes over there. So now, let's say during the spring, let's say the snow starts to melt in that area, the concerns that he's got now bring up a red flag, and that the snow area is gonna drain into the area that the gentleman just said. Can you answer that?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. So the stormwater design is per the DP standards, the town standards. As I mentioned, the site generally slopes from here down into, well, really, there's a reason there's a wetland there. It slopes down into this area here. As part of the design, we're required to make sure that off-site peak flows are not increased, which we have done. We certainly can't solve the off-site issue of standing water and wetlands being here. But what we have done is taken the appropriate steps to capture stormwater on-site and mitigate the flows that are leaving the site to ensure that the situation doesn't get any worse. In regards to snow, I mean, that's not a design standard per se. I can certainly understand your point, and modeling hydraulically the snow melt is it's unpredictable and
Well, you can, let's take the one, okay, is there gonna be any salt in there? You're gonna add salt to that parcel when you snowplow?
certainly not if it's the commission's wishes. I mean, portions of this this area here is within the
Yeah,
buffer zone. So.
where there's a wetlands back there,
Yeah.
okay, and you've got 2 snow dump areas, there is a concern with salt going in.
Certainly, yeah.
So the conservation agent, I'm gonna bring that forward now, that we know that either you're gonna use salt, you're not gonna use salt, but the high water table that's in there now, which the gentleman just said, and try to satisfy where he's coming from, the elevation of the water is coming, is pitching down, okay? Have you gone to the DEP for site area for drainage?
We filed this same notice of intent that's before you with the DEP, yeah. We've also dug test pits on site that we use to support the design of the pervious pavement. We have more test pits scheduled, actually, more outside the buffer zone up here for this drain system.
Yeah, I understand that.
So we are aware of where the groundwater is on our property and have worked with that elevation to design the site that you see today.
How many total homes do you have there?
There's 20 units,
20.
correct.
And sewage on the property, which way is that flowing?
Sewage ties in, I believe sewage will flow through the driveway, then out. There's a
Going
sewer
north.
manhole.
Yeah, it's
right
gonna
at
be
the
going
entrance.
north. And your stormwater is gonna be going into the wetlands?
Well, the majority of the stormwater will be captured in this pervious pavement and not flow off-site. Now, as I mentioned, it's all flowing off-site to this area here today. So what we've done is captured the proposed improvements in this T-shaped area, and what's left is some of this landscaped area that will still continue to flow in the same pattern as it does today. This area was one of our design points. As I'm sure the commission knows, we analyze specific portions of the site or off-site to see what's happening today, and then also account for that as a result of the proposed development.
Concern I have is that where's the wetlands there now, you have 20 homes coming in, and the elevation that's inside that wetlands, okay? Then the abundance of runoff that's gonna be coming from that parcel into that area. Have you done any research or any calculations to, let's say, what there is before the calculations of the water content in there?
Absolutely, yeah, that's part of our analysis, is looking at how much water goes there today, and then how much water will go there after this development is potentially build.
Okay. Stefania. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a public meeting. Anybody else in the public meeting? I see nobody coming forward. Entertain a motion to close? No? All right. Stefania.
Just some of my initial comments. We will have the town engineer look at the stormwater, so when he's okay with that, then that's when we'll be all right. Just looking at this, where the snow storage is, my only concern would be it being pushed into the no disturb zone. So if we could get some kind of signage or some kind of fence so that that does not happen. Those are really my initial comments. Given the type of project, we will have it reviewed by Bill
Certainly.
as long as the applicant does agree with that, but that has not been done yet.
You okay? Pat?
I have just, and you said you were hooking up the town sewer. What about trash pickup? Is that the town, or is it an association? I'm not,
It would be the town. The town picks up trash for residential homes.
okay, so this is not a condo community or something where, they're not going to have a dumpster, put it that way.
There is no dumpster, correct.
Okay.
It would be town pickup,
And you said you are going on town sewer.
correct.
That's, I got to read a little bit more into this. I mean, it's a lot to digest in one sitting. I'm all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Pat.
I'm good, Mr. Chairman, for now.
No, but we will probably include, like we have with other projects, like Stefania said, permanent demarcation of the wetland area. So that would probably be something that we'd be looking for.
And
That's all I have.
I have one more question. The gentleman's question about the buffer area, or the landscaped area, I should say. Is that going to remain the same? Well, you can't touch anything in the 25-foot no disturb zone anyways. So what is currently there now? Is it trees, or is it?
There's some trees. You can kind of see the darker areas on the underlying image here. So those would certainly be preserved. They're potentially not even on our site. We do have a landscape plan, which I don't think I included in this submission package, that we can certainly submit. And we're actively working already working with the planning board on enhancing the landscape plan as much as possible. And now with these concerns as well, we'll certainly work to enhance that further.
I might want to make a suggestion that we pick a time, we go visit the site. Would that be comfortable with everybody?
Yeah. Thanks, Pat.
I agree.
I'm not really satisfied. I think get a close up there. I can't really visualize what's going. There's something here. I don't know what it is. You don't see anything? Can I ask a question?
Sure.
There's a little. We have a smaller print than you got there. And is that about home?
I'm sorry, is there a home? Oh,
Yes, the abutter is the house.
Okay. Okay, I didn't see that.
that's I believe that's the McNamara's property. That's what we have is listed as the
gentleman
Mc.
there, that's his home? That's your home, sir?
Yeah.
See that. Okay.
The owner's listed as Kathleen McNamara.
I'm still concerned. A little leery with the water going in there with this gentleman's home that's there. I'm not- Continue this and come back with
Yeah,
some
we
more.
don't have a DEP number, so we have.
What I like to do is, I'm not really clear on, the situation with the gentleman come up, and looking at this now, I think we need more information on the wetland areas that you're talking about, some inverts and so forth, and more explanation what's going on there. I'm concerned with that area there, plus the snow, when the snow season comes, and melting season. So I wonder if you could do some calculations, and I actually tell you the truth, I'm gonna plan on going out myself because it's kind of hazy to me when looking at what you have here and actually seeing what's out in the field. Get more of a feel of depth, what's actually out there.
Certainly.
I'm a little concerned about it. Because I can't picture this run up here telling me it's coming down, then it's gonna funnel into the wetlands. You know what I'm saying here? And I don't know what your elevations are that are coming down and how much that water table is gonna stay in. Is it gonna flow? Is it gonna be naturally staying there? Let's say if it develops water and it stays there, because it starts drawing mosquitoes and stuff like that. So we need to know what that area of water is gonna be moving. Because that gentleman's home is right in there, what I see now, a more clearer picture. And also, I'd like to see something a little more clear on that the next time we come in, that we could actually see maybe a blown up version of what you have right there. Get a better vision of where you're coming from there. Because that gentleman's got a good point, and I want to make sure that that water flow in there is not gonna flood him out.
Certainly.
And also want to know what measures you are taking that, when you come back with your calculations, so we can make a determination on that water area right back there. That's a high concern there, and how far that water's going to be with the wetlands. If you're going to just give us an estimated, say it's 300 feet, 400 feet. It looks like it's a large area back there from the railroad, from the road back. So if we give a little, so we can get a little more determination of what we're looking at here. Looking at a picture right here, really doesn't bring out the content in it. I'd like some more information on, sir.
Sure.
You're putting in impervious paving in, right?
Correct.
That works very well usually.
Are you looking for like an aerial of what it looks like out there?
Yeah, we should get something as is right now, right? Something as is right now, so we can get a better determination. It's really, it's really hazy. But I'm more interested in where the gentleman's home is right now. That's a major concern there. And that water that's gonna be pitching down. Let's say his home is here. His home is here. All right, your parcel's here. What the invert there, and where does that water funnel to this gentleman's house? Clarify that, to make sure that, all said and done, when this thing is built, this gentleman here is gonna be, homeowner gonna be there. I wanna make sure that he's not gonna get flooded out either. And that we have some type of flow of water. Show us, some type of a diagram. Now I'm seeing a tree, big tree here, but how it's gonna funnel. Okay, how the water's gonna funnel,
Okay.
okay?
Can we also include,
Back.
I'm going through this, like I said, it's so small, I can't see it. Could we include the neighbor's house in your next drawing?
Physically draft the house into the plan set? Is that-
The
Sure.
plans you have here, because all I see is her name, I don't see the house or
Sure.
where it's located in the distance from the wetlands and from the no-build zone.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Also, if we're doing this research at the 2550, 25 no build 50, show some kind of an embarkation, a marker, so we can see where we're coming from 2550, where you are, and then where the gentleman's house is, and see that wetland area, so we get a better vision what's happening out there.
Are you talking physically in the
Yeah,
field?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Prior to a site walk, you'd like some stakes or some flagging or something like that? Okay.
Thank you. Did you have another question, sir?
Just whether or not the board was going to conduct the sidewalk, Mr. Chairman. I urge you to.
Thank you. I seen, we did close it, but I seen your hand go up. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion on the project that, notice of intent that you're filing for, that we add everything that we spoke about tonight about coming with additional information at the next meeting. We'll give you a date, and so that the board can see it. And I want to go out and look at it myself because I just have some thoughts on it, okay? So, with that being said, I'm gonna, look at a letter of intent and a orders of condition. I can't do it, no,
We're going to continue.
continue. We'll just continue with the information that we're looking for you to bring forward at the next meeting, okay?
Certainly. Yep.
That's Wednesday,
May 1st?
May 1st, okay?
Yep.
Have enough time?
That sounds fine. Yep.
Good. So, we'll continue this here till May 1st. Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to continue.
Okay, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
So I just want to get a little clarification on this. Is that yours? Excuse me. Last item on the agenda is a, application is requesting a continuance for May 15th. J.J. Pelman Sons, 1029 East Street.
I'll make the motion to continue to May 15th.
That one, yeah, there you go.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So move. Excuse me, folks. Can you have a question or something?
Ask, walk down on our property.
Speak right into the mic. Let us have your name, Mike. See what's your,
Yeah, sorry, Jessica Randolph,
yeah?
for Jonathan and myself. We took a walk and.
I'm sorry, what is this in regards to?
This was the 1420 Andover.
So we're not
Right,
hearing
that's
that
what I'm saying.
tonight. Yeah.
I
So
just-
if you have specific questions, you can call my office. I can give you my card, but we're not
Okay.
hearing that tonight, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, I seen you there, ma'am. I just want,
Yeah.
slip on it. Go.
Here you go.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, with that. Item F, committee, local housing partnership designee Steve Ecoff's expiring.
Yes. So I don't know if we want to hold off on this since he's not here, but his term, I think, expired. So we need a new person or we need him to continue on the local housing partnership.
Why
I
don't
think
we wait
let's
till,
let's
why don't we wait till
I
Steve's
say
here?
Let's wait till the next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, wait till Steve gets back, yeah. Thank you. That being said, we have anything on all business?
Mr. Chairman, did we approve minutes for April 3rd?
No, we did not.
Can I make the motion to approve the minutes for April 3rd? Still?
I think we called both of them.
Oh, we did call them both. Okay, I thought we only called.
Pat, you made a motion for both, correct?
You only mentioned March 20th. You didn't mention you.
Okay, thank you, okay.
Want to do that now?
Okay.
Okay.
So, make the motion for April 3rd, would you, make the motion on April 3rd.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Nicole.
No
Thank you.
problem.
Thank you. Missed that one, thank you. New business. Don't see any. Administrative report, administrators? No?
Nothing.
Well, I guess what?
Make a motion to adjourn?
I'll look for adjournment.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Happy Easter to everybody.
Happy Easter.
Permits.